Come to Metropolitan and simplify your life.
That story.
Hi, Ralph.
Laura, how do you run a newspaper and raise a family by yourself?
I worry a lot. About the kids, mostly. Their future, college. Let's face it, Ralph, without father, I'm all they have.
Well, I wouldn't knock that.
You want to know the truth? Hi, Kennedy. I'd like a secure future, too. Oh, I love my life, but it is complicated.
Life is full of complications. Right now, Metropolitan is helping simplify over 40 million lives with financial plans to protect your family, children's education, build assets, and ease retirement. Talk to us. Together, we can do it.
Now that Met simplified my life, what next?
The front page.
Come to Metropolitan and simplify your life. Come to Metropolitan.
RFK Stadium, Washington, D.C. The Cardinals, winners of 3 straight, coming in to play the stumbling Redskins. In the first quarter, 0-0. Mike Bragg punting. And he punts from their own 33, the Redskins, to Willard Harrell. Now watch Willard Harrell, 39, right past a sheath of blockers. Quick hole opening. And he goes virtually straight downfield. Nobody does this to Washington special teams. At least nobody had done it for 4 years. But Willard Harrell did it. And the Cards took a 7-0 lead, 70 yards for the touchdown. Later in the first quarter, the Cards threatening again. Jim Hart throwing for Mel Gray, 85. He deflects it to 84. Dave Steep, touchdown. And the Cardinals led 14-0. They moved that lead up to a stunning 24-0. In the second quarter, Washington started to come back. First and 10, their own 40. Joe Theismann hitting Danny Bugs, number 88. Now watch this. It's kind of cute. He backs in for an apparent touchdown, but he had been ruled out at the 15-yard line. Nonetheless, they started to come back. In the third quarter, they were trailing St. Louis 24-10. And Theismann was ready to strike again from the Cardinal 42. He throws the big bomb deep downfield to number 86, Johnny McDaniel. Touchdown, 24-17. But the Cards hung on for that victory. Texas Stadium, the New Orleans Saints, a tough team coming in to play the suddenly rolling Dallas Cowboys. 14-7, third quarter, Dallas ball, 2nd and 18 from the New Orleans 24. And Staubach to Billy Joe Dupree, touchdown, 21-7. In the fourth quarter, was still 21-7. Cowboys ball, 1st and 10, their own 26. 33 is Tony Dorsett. You see him get through that bundle of would-be tacklers. Nobody touched him. Now it's a sprint. And look at that. It's a foot race. And he is finally brought down after going 63 yards. That set up another pair of field goals, and Dallas won it. The tough Eagles against the Giants at Giant Stadium in New Jersey, and the Giants surprise, quickly taking a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Then with 1st and 20 on the Eagles 30, still in the first quarter, Pisarcik throws deep into the end zone. All alone is Johnny Perkins, touchdown. So the Giants roll to a 14-0 lead. Eagle comeback started with but a minute 30 remaining in the first half. Eagles ball, 3rd and 4. Giants 8. Jaworski to Wilbert Montgomery. He burst through, touchdown. The kick failed. It was 14-6 in the fourth quarter. 17-12 Giants. There's John McVay, the Giants head coach, looking on. Only 31 seconds left. No timeouts for the Eagles left. 3rd and 2 for the Giants at the 29. He handed off. Pisarcik did to nobody. The ball picked up by 46. Herman Edwards. Unbelievable. Touchdown. And so the Eagles won it 19-17. All Pisarcik had to do was take the ball and go to the ground. Time would have run out. But no, instead, the scene of unbelievable jubilation. Now another look. Right into the hip of Zonka. He didn't want the football. He didn't expect it. Bango. There it went. And so, Dick Vermeil had a victory beyond anyone's credulity. It couldn't have happened, but it did. Today, the Giants fired their offensive coordinator, Bob Gibson. He called the play.
That was yesterday, and live, a capacity crowd at the Astrodome is watching a fine football game. Two contending teams in both of the divisions. Miami, if they can win tonight, will tie New England in the Eastern Division of the AFC. Houston can move again within 2 of Pittsburgh. They're certainly alive for a wild card. And at halftime, the score is Miami 14, Houston 14. ABC's NFL Monday Night Football is being brought to you by Buick, who invites you to see your dealer soon and test drive one of the all-new 79 Buicks. It's a treat you really owe yourself. After all, life is to enjoy. We'll be ready for the second half kickoff after a word from our local station. Don't go away.
Sunday, she was the best mother in the world.
Are you a lesbian?
They were the happiest family alive. But they wanted to take away her child. Based upon factual events, A Question of Love deals with child custody rights of a gay parent.
Sunday.
From Atlantic City, go east about 63 nautical miles out the oil corridor. The semi-submersible Western Pace Setter 2 is drilling in the Baltimore Canyon, one of America's energy frontiers. Western Pace Setters in the fundamentals, like advanced rig design, capable people, reliable, proven equipment.
So if you don't have an offshore well, get one. Could we drill it for you?
Saturday night at 10:30.
The song you hear in the background, we are the Houston Oilers. We're number 1. And they truly believe that. And of course, the man who really inspired things up with this Oiler football team, last year's Heisman Award winner, Earl Campbell, he has made an entirely different offensive unit out of this team that has struggled over the years offensively. They've always been solid defensively, but he has really made a change.
I'll tell you, as great as Campbell is, it's also that offensive line coached by Joe Bugle. And it's the kind, there's Bob Griese, who had a positively brilliant first half. Look at those stats. So poised, driving his team to the tying touchdown. The drive started with 4:32 left, but that man, as we said, and there are his stats, has become an utterly mature quarterback who is in complete command of his football team. And maybe the maturity came after the spat with Ken Shipp, who had been the offensive coordinator, no longer with the team. In any event, they seem to have come together after Shipp left.
Garrow hits the ball to open the second half. And dropped by Larry Poole, and recovers and takes off. And Larry Poole all the way out to the 37-yard line where he's stopped by Norris Thomas. And once again, we anticipate a lineup of Pastorini at quarterback, Tim Wilson, 45, Earl Campbell, number 34, Rich Castor or Mike Renfro, one wide receiver. 82 is Renfro, 88 is Castor. 00 is Kinburg. Of course, Mike Barber, who had a big first half at the tight end. As the Oilers have a 1st and 10, the ball parked at their 37-yard line.
Instant field position. And let's see if Miami is capable of a good second half. Shula talked about it. That's his worry.
Campbell needs 12 yards to become a rookie 1,000-yard gainer. He gets the first call, and he moves out over the 40-yard line for a gain of 2.5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And all season long, Houston's strength has been the comeback capacity in the second half. This time, it's not a comeback. They're tied, but they've been a great second half team.
Pastorini brings the Oilers up. Looks over a 2nd down and 8. Bob Matheson has checked in defensively for Miami. He wears number 53, the veteran defensive linebacker. Earl Campbell breaks one tackle, and this one he does so well. Breaks a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, gets a first down, 49-yard line of the Oilers.
Watch him again.
He bounces right off Rusty Chambers, I believe it is, right here. There's the collision. No, it's Bob Matheson. Breaks to the outside.
He's over 1,000 yards now. We've described it as crunching power.
Well, he did that annually at the University of Texas. That run an offensive machine.
First AFC rookie since 74.
Campbell will get home. He just really powdered one of the Miami Dolphins, and he gets a couple of yards out of nothing over on the left side.
He just boulders them over. San Diego in 74. Gained 1,000 yards.
University of Texas, he had 3 200-yard games and 18 100-yard games. He did it inside, he did it outside. And he gets a couple at 2nd down and 8. The ball in Miami Dolphin territory as we're just underway in the second half. Pastorini in the end around. It's Mike Barber, the tight end. Barber with some nifty footwork. Gets a Oiler first down.
What a game Mike Barber is having. You've seen him in every capacity. He's one of the contemporary tight ends in that he's a deep threat as well as a short threat. He's a tight end who can move. You're looking at him there with the cowboy hat and the beard and the mustache. And right there you saw the foot speed for a tight end on that, in effect, end around. And that sign, that's what every Oiler fan wants here tonight.
They're having a lot of fun. It's really quite a crowd. They're watching a super football game. The first down close to the 35-yard line of the Dolphins. Play action. Pastorini hiding the ball well. Goes to Rich Castor. And Castor out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Norris Thomas came up, but he was too late as Pastorini threaded the needle, and he hit that ball so well that this has got to make those linebackers think for a moment. There you saw Beaucamper frozen. He could not get back there to help Norris Thomas. And there's Castor.
What superb use they've made of Richard Castor. It's hard to believe that this antelope striding man could have been obtained for 2 7th-round draft choices. Yes, he had problems with the Jets. He didn't hold the football that well. This is a highly intelligent, articulate man. A man of mentality who's always known what he could do. He never had the self-belief. With Houston, he's found it.
Thomas was shaken up defensively for the Miami Dolphins. He comes out and Charles Cornelius comes in. And now it's Gerald Small at the corner, a rookie from San Jose State at the left cornerback, number 48. First and 10. The ball just outside the 10-yard line, and Tim Wilson gets the call, and Tim Wilson gets down close to the 7-yard line.
Frank, you have to be impressed as you look at Bum Phillips by his confidence in Pastorini and about the development this year at a late stage of Pastorini as a
Howard, I said it over and over. It's just the Pastorini has never had the tools that he has now to work with. And, of course, the big tool is the man, number 34, Earl Campbell. He does not have to throw deep to Earl. He does not get behind like they have in the past, even though they have come from behind 6 or 7 wins. Second down, forget it. That's what he can do now.
Oh, boy.
Touchdown, Houston, Earl Campbell.
What a game. What a performance by this whole Houston team. The offensive line. Earl Campbell, Pastorini, Mike Barber, Rick Castor, the whole team. And the crowd is beside itself. Look at them. On their feet as one. The pom-poms going. It's like Super Bowl night or day.
And I'll tell you how this man has fit in, the great All-American Heisman Award winner. They love him here. His teammates, well, they just can't believe how real he is. And Houston has again taken the lead, 21-14. Take a look at it again. You've watched him go up the middle, bowling over tacklers. This time he turns on that great speed for a big man. Out to the outside, gets the block from his setback, and in for the end zone.
Make it happy times and smiling faces, holding hands in favorite places. Make it Buick. After all, life is to enjoy.
The new 1979 Buick Regal. It's good-looking, smooth riding, V6 powered, very comfortable. And your Buick dealer's most popular car, Regal.
After all, life is to enjoy.
Look around. There's really nothing quite like a Buick.
It took Beethoven 4 years to write that symphony. Some things can't be rushed. Good music and good wine. Paul Masson's Emerald Dry. A delicious white wine. Paul Masson wines taste so good because they're made with such care. What Paul Masson himself said nearly a century ago is still true today. We will sell no wine before it's time.
Friday, a special telecast at 1 o'clock Eastern. Sugar Bowl bound #1. Penn State battles top-ranked Pittsburgh. Friday afternoon on ABC.
Earl Campbell has just scored again for Houston. They lead 21-14. Super football game. We hope you're relaxed, sitting back and enjoying it. Two of the finest in the NFL today. Miami needs a victory to move back into a tie with the New England Patriots. They close out their season. December 18th, and New England will be there for that one. Houston, of course, is battling to stay close to Pittsburgh with an eye on one of those wild cards. And this is Dorial Harris. Harris, down he goes out at the 22-yard line. Miami will start deep in their own territory. You saw what's coming your way on Friday. Well, be sure to be with us Saturday for the exciting doubleheader action. It begins at 12:30 Eastern Time Saturday with the battle for the Rose Bowl when Michigan meets Ohio State. That, of course, followed at 4 Eastern Time when USC hosts Notre Dame. That's all over most of these ABC stations.
Nothing but bowl teams. USC in the Rose Bowl. Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl. The winner of the Buckeyes against the Wolverines to the Rose Bowl against the Trojans. Only on ABC this Saturday.
Bob Griese brings them up. 11:44 remaining in the third quarter. He's down by a touchdown and a conversion. Del Williams dropped the ball.
Oh, boy! That could
never had possession of it. Brazil is in there.
Nope, Miami held.
Del Williams hustles back and finds the handle.
That could have been a turning point for the whole contest. Now remember, we told you Houston's a hot team in the second half. They proved it with the immediate drive, the immediate touchdown. Miami has been a cold team in the second half. And it just saw a kind of shrug from Shula. Let's see if Miami can pull itself together. A great football game.
You saw Del Williams and Bob Griese had a quick word back there. Something was not terribly coordinated. Loss of a yard, second down and 11. Nat Moore is in motion. Griese flexes backs to the left. And then he goes out into the flat as Harris. And Leroy Harris out of bounds, out of the 27-yard line in the arms of Ted Washington. Short of the first down, but it'll bring up a third down and 4. His 10th rushing touchdown of the season. 3 of them we saw when Houston upset the previously undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers 4 weeks ago. That's over the history of the
10 rushing touchdowns. Frank, 10 rushing touchdowns for a rookie. As a rookie, Cookie Gilchrist had 13. Campbell, as you look at him, simply an exceptional athlete. Great play.
Bulash is in, Harris is out. We've said it before, Bulash a little better receiver than Harris. So Griese goes to the air. And here he goes to Norm Bulash. And Bulash has the Miami first down.
Oh, boy.
Ted Washington taken out of bounds out of the 37-yard line where it'll be first down Miami.
Griese is really working over those Houston linebackers. There's Big Boo.
Drafted by Shula. Remember Howard way back there? He was
number one pick by Klosterman and Rosenbaum when they took over the Colts, and the coach was McCaffrey. I'm sorry, Frank, I didn't mean to do that.
First and 10, the ball at the 37. Del Williams out over the 40 to the 42-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be second and 5.
Frank, I think you'll agree this is the test of a team and a quarterback to come back from that quick Houston score.
We've watched this seesaw back and forth all night. Neither team has choked, panicked in any way, and of course they won't. Two solid football clubs. Second and 5, the ball at the 42. And handoff. Harris, he drops the ball. And all over it is Mike Reinfeldt. Houston recovers at the 43-yard line.
That's the turnover that Houston was waiting for.
First turnover of the night. And Houston could really sting Miami if they can get in from here.
And once again, Mike Reinfeldt on the scene, all over the field tonight.
Ben Crenshaw's game takes concentration. So does mine. That's why I use the Canon AE1. It's fully automatic, so I can concentrate on my shots. And with the automatic winder, the camera really does all the work.
You try it, Ben.
Are you serious? The Canon AE1 is so easy to use. About all you do is focus and click.
The surprisingly affordable Canon AE1. So advanced, it's simple.
I'm John Kelly, a tire engineer, and this is the Firestone 721 radio. A tire we have so much confidence in, we're backing every 721 sold for the rest of this year with this guarantee. If a Firestone 721 becomes unserviceable within 2 years because of defects in workmanship or materials, we'll replace it free. Only road hazard and in-service abuse are excluded. The Firestone 721. We're so confident we guarantee them for 2 full years.
Friday.
You're fired.
Have fun with Dick and Jane.
This is a holdup.
Let's take a look at it again. The first turnover of the football game. Leroy Harris gets the call. Inside handoff. Curly Cole put a big hand out. Out comes the football. Watch number 37, Mike Reinfeldt. A free safety for the Oilers. They get the football, 43-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. 10-13 remaining in the third quarter.
Right here.
21-14 lead.
Right here. Houston can take command of this football game. Now the Miami defense has to prove itself, which it has not done in second half play this year.
Earl Campbell bulls up close to the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Well, you've got to run out of superlatives as we see A.J. Dewey untangled from that tackle on Earl Campbell. He is something else. We're going to pause 5 seconds and allow the station along the line to identify themselves.
Channel 13, KTRK TV Houston.
Thumb Phillips looks on, doesn't like what he sees. An illegal procedure call being assessed against the Oilers.
On the offense.
You know, I looked down there earlier and I saw that the outside man had not lined up on the line of scrimmage, and they get the call. 5-yard penalty. First down 15. Earl Campbell, single setback. Rich Castor comes in, the extra wide receiver. Campbell gets the call, running low to the ground. Skips forward, gets back to the original line of scrimmage where it's marked as he sprawls forward to the 40. Tripped up by Bob Baumauer.
What an illustrative play of that young man's determination. Down and crawling. Nobody's going to stop him. Nobody.
Second down 10. Burrow split out to the left. Conrad Rucker is in now, along with Mike Renfro. Play action by Pastorini, going for Renfro. And what a great pass by Pastorini. He was hit just as he released the ball. The blitz was on by Rusty Chambers. He threw it, and it was a spot pass. Watch this. Just about this moment, as Rusty Chambers gets to him, he throws it where he knows Renfro's going to be, and the rookie is there. First down, Houston.
What a performance by the Oilers as you look at young Renfro. They used to have the Monday night shakes. Now look at the pass rush. Play action as Frank detailed it, and there was Pastorini hit. But it was too little, too late. Renfro all alone, and the Oilers are rolling.
Campbell, Wilson with another terrific block, but a great play by Larry Gordon. Up ends Campbell after a gain of 1. Well, we've been watching this Tim Wilson put some crushing blocks on tonight for Earl Campbell, and you saw a great defensive play by Larry Gordon there to stop the big man, well, literally at the line of scrimmage. Gordon, probably the best of that group right now for Miami. Teams run away from him. Number 50 for the Dolphins. Second down and 10. Pastorini doesn't like what's happening. Calls timeout. He'll move over to the Houston Oilers bench. 8:48 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back after this message.
Down in Texas, we have a saying. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. So when you see this little Black & Decker 5.5-inch circular saw in your store, don't be fooled. It's smaller and lighter than other saws, so you can handle it easily. But inside, it's pure teeth. The 5.5er from Black & Decker. Small, light, and very tough.
Happiness and prettiness, you like the likes of Opal. Roominess and coziness, you like the likes of Opal.
There are lots of things to like about our trusty little Opal, like tender, loving workmanship. So if you're looking for a great Japanese car, look for a great American name.
You like the likes, the sheer delights. You like the likes of Opal.
We have 8:48 remaining in the third quarter. The Houston Oilers, with the fumble by Leroy Harris, a recovery by Mike Reinfeldt, have advanced the ball down to the 28-yard line. They have a second down and 10. The Oilers leading 21-14. It's been a seesaw game. We've had one turnover. It could play a vital role in the outcome of this game tonight. A lot of football left. We hope you're enjoying. Two teams playing right at the peak of their form tonight. Earl Campbell, single setback. Campbell gets the call, right side, in and out of the arms of Dan Herter, who holds on, but Campbell still stretches it for 4. It'll be 3rd and 6.
He's finally stopped by Rusty Chambers, 51, who's a good tackler. But to show you, this game tonight, Houston, 3 touchdowns, marches of 70, 87, and 63 yards. Miami, 2 touchdowns, marches of 82 and 59 yards. 1 turnover, which has given Houston this scoring opportunity. Tremendous football game.
Campbell out, Coleman in, probably for better receiving core. Coleman, a good receiver. You saw him in the first quarter, and he gets the call again. The flag is down as Coleman gets beyond the first down marker, but several flags flew at the same moment. And it's going to work against Houston. So the Oilers, with an infraction, will lose the first down.
I thought it was against Mike Barber, number 86. He came down and appeared to screen the defender. Let's wait for the call. I said 1 turnover. There's been 1 turnover for each team. But the critical one.
Pass interference, number 86.
That's it, Mike Barber.
3rd down, 16. The ball back to the 33-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. Goes to the left. Out there with him, number 48 is Gerald Small, the rookie. Out to the right is number 82, Mike Renfro. Castor is a tight end, number 88, top of your screen. Going for Barber. And the battle was on in the end zone with Rick Volk and Mike Barber, incomplete.
Rick Volk continues to show that he's back. I mean, right back where he belongs.
4th down, Howard, the decision on the sidelines.
Playing a terrific game. There's Ricky. You know, Rick Volk reminds me of, folks, in a way, Frank Gifford, who came back from that terrible shot from Chuck Bednarik. Changed positions, became a flanker from a running back. And Rick Volk has come back in the same way after a brutal injury.
The discussion on the bench was whether or not Tony Fritz could reach it with a field goal. They finally say no, and they bring out Cliff Parsley.
That's a wise decision.
Cephalo is deep. Davis back there. Charlie Babb is back for Miami, but Parsley will look for the sidelines. Charlie Babb is at the 10-yard line. A nail right there. Maybe gets out to the 11.
He was wise to catch it, Frank, because it would have gone out of bounds at about the 8.
On a tell you quickly about college football coming your way Thanksgiving Day weekend on Friday. It's going to be a doubleheader, of course, but a Friday, Pittsburgh against Penn State, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Penn State, ranked #1 in the nation. They want to win it on the field. They're going to the Sugar Bowl, and they hope to meet Alabama down there. They're ranked #2. They're undefeated 10 straight. Pittsburgh, of course, 8-2, 13th in the AP. And then Saturday, a doubleheader, Michigan against Ohio State. Michigan and Ohio State battling for the Rose Bowl there. And that will be followed by Notre Dame against USC, that traditional meeting, the 50th meeting of those two schools. We don't have to tell you about that. If you follow college football, there have been some great games. College football on Turkey weekend. 1st and 10, Miami. And trouble on the part of Del Williams. He was in the end zone, I believe, momentarily. But they were blitzing in on him.
Bob Griese.
And this is what Houston does best, and the man who's doing it leads his team not only in tackles, but in sacks. Williams saw something he did not like to the right side, turned right into the arms of Brazil, and is dropped back at the 4-yard line. Second down, 17. The ball at the 4-yard line.
What a test Griese faces here and now. Sure, impassive, but clearly worried.
Split to the left. Inside handoff, and Harris is hit by guess who? Robert Brazil, because there are few, if any, players hit like Brazil. Watch him again. He just reads it so beautifully.
Rarely will you see 2 unassisted tackles consecutively, such as you've just seen. A brilliant football player, Bob Griese.
Harris gets out to the 8. 3rd down, 13. 6:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Oilers leading 21-14. Del Williams. Look at Del Williams. And he gets the 1st down. 13+ out to the 28-yard line. And this is why this man has been so valuable to this ball club.
And this is why this is a great football game. Neither team will ever panic. Each has great talent. Each knows its talent. Each has total confidence.
Did you see that block by Larry Little?
Oh.
That made it possible. He's kicked out the cornerback. Williams read it inside. 1st down, Miami. And it started, really, their problems back at the 4-yard line.
He's made a career of that. 66, Little from Bethune-Cookman. Miami got him as a free agent. San Diego had dropped him. All-pro for years.
1st and 10, 28-yard line. Griese holds his backs in, dumps it off to Harris. Harris with a nifty move, get out of trouble, but he loses yardage, 4 yards, back to the 25-yard line, going down in the arms of James Young.
5:50 left in the 3rd quarter. No panic in Miami. What they have to do is consolidate, hold Houston, show that they can hold Houston. They haven't shown that ability yet.
2nd down, 13. Uriel Harris to the left, Matt Moore to the right. Griese nudges backs left, trying to isolate a defender. Flag goes down as Griese goes down at the 27-yard line. But a flag is going down upfield.
What great coverage by the Houston defenders. Bob couldn't find anyone to throw to. You saw how long he had the ball.
Well, the flag was a hat. That was knocked off an official.
It may be. Frank, watch Leroy Harris. Not Duriel Harris. Leroy. Oh, Duriel, yes, all alone.
Well, Griese was very busy about this moment. He had a bunch of Houston Oilers all over him. Right now, he's busy again. He has a 3rd down and 12. Gary Davis comes in. Nat Moore set up in the backfield and now is flanked out to the right. Griese, a man is open. Tillman, now a flag is down at the 40-yard line. Tillman has the 1st down out of the 50, but a flag is down.
I've been waiting all night, Frank, for them to tight end.
Wild discussion at midfield. Referee Gene Barth consulting his troops. And it appears to be against Houston.
Illegal contact by the defense, refused, first down.
So once again, look at this in isolation as you watch Tillman.
Oh,
Brazil.
and what a move he put on Brazil. That little fake to the outside. Brazil started to go with him. He was wide open.
In the meantime, once again, Griese, so poised, has gotten his team out of still another hole. He did it with the Del Williams run. They had started at the 4 after Williams was floored for a loss by Brazil, and now they're up at midfield.
At the 49-yard line of Houston on 1st and 10. Flag is down. Harris has the football.
This will be holding.
And he moves to the 44-yard line, but again, if flag is down, you're going to get the holding call against Miami.
Big penalty, big mistake. I think the call, Frank, was against Wayne Moore, who has that troubled left knee that you talked about, playing the right side. He can push off the right knee.
Number 79 offense, holding.
It is Wayne Moore.
Yes,
Wayne
Wayne
Moore on the right side. That is not his regular position, but Mike Kern, who ordinarily would be there, has knee troubles, could not go tonight. So Wayne Moore, coming back from his own knee troubles, has moved to the right side. And of course, Kuchenberg, a guard by trade, that has turned into a fine offensive tackle, is playing at the left side for Miami. 1st and 20. Norm Bulash is in. Del Williams is in. Bulash, of course, a better receiver than Leroy Harris. Griese in trouble, but he finds Matt Moore. Watch out. Mike Reinfeldt makes the saving tackle at the 12-yard line, and Bob Griese showed you his all-pro credentials. Coolly standing there as Oilers circle all around him.
And moving up. Watch this again. This is Griese. Now look at him move up. A would-be tackler rusher behind him. And Nat Moore, who is so utterly great. There's Moore in isolation. Now watch his move as he cuts right across the field. Takes the ball. And he's so hard to bring down after he gets it because he's so elusive.
Let's take a look at the blitz coming in. Number 57 is Steve Kiner. He's picked up beautifully by Larry Little. And then he steps up, gets away from Ken Kennard. And Nat Moore takes it 47 yards down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Miami. They trail by a touchdown. Harris crosses over the 10-yard line and gets down around the 8-yard line.
Folks, did you ever see a more action-packed, more evenly fought football game than this? Just tremendous. Two superbly matched teams. Two of the very best in the NFL. What a matchup.
Much on the line for both of these teams, too. Miami knows that New England, with a great football team, is not going to give anything away. They have, of course, a 9-3 mark. Miami can tie it tonight for their division. They're heading for a showdown December the 18th, which we'll be bringing you. Houston, they know they have a good football team. They trail the Steelers by a couple of games, but there are 2 wild cards. They're well aware of that. Firing into the end zone. Griese intended for Matt Moore. A flag is down.
No question about that call. No question. We called Matt Moore unstoppable at the top of the telecast. Here he is again. And he is indeed, as Willie Alexander goes after him. Clearly interference. Unstoppable.
You could have called that twice. Alexander had to grab him. Matt Moore is so quick. He makes a cut so quick that defenders who try and play him too closely are just in all kinds of trouble. That's a 1st and goal for Miami.
We have 2:29 left in the 3rd quarter.
Alexander grabbed him at the line of scrimmage. Then he interfered with him. Miami is a 1st and goal.
nicely. Frank, we've never had a better game.
It is a beauty. Cover your premium. Don Strock is the holder. And this will tie it up. Remaining in the third quarter. And we'll be back in a wild Astrodome in Houston in a moment.
By the time this day is done, you'll turn a mountain of canvas and a truckload of living dynamite into one of the world's oldest fantasies, the circus. Now comes Miller time. Time for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life.
Time. We've got the beer, Miller beer.
It takes the average wheat farmer over 50 days and 14 tons of machinery just to plant his seeds in the ground. Now Phillips Petroleum has helped develop a better way, a system that plows, fertilizes, and plants in a single step. It can lighten a farmer's workload and cut his fuel use in half, conserving energy for all of us while we make fine products for your car. That's performance from Phillips Petroleum, the performance company.
Maybe it was fitting, Frank, that that man scored the touchdown that tied it, because he's the man who created the turnover that gave Houston a chance to take command of the game. And certainly, that man should be seen. Look at those stats. Have you ever seen a more implacable, poised quarterback in your life?
Yeah, Premian puts the foot to it. It'll be Poole at the 5-yard line. Larry Poole. And Larry Poole with a nifty return out over the 30-yard line, close to the 31, where Houston will take over once again. And how about these scoring drives? It's open on the opening kickoff. Miami went 82 yards, and it has been that kind of football all night. Superb professional football. You know, it really is fun to play in one of these games, too. You get the feeling on each part of these teams, they know they're right at their peak, offensively, defensively. It's fun to watch. It's fun to be involved in. Tim Wilson, who has been absolutely superb blocking tonight for Campbell, gets the call, gets a yard, yard and a half.
I must say,
Bob Baumauer and Vernon Herter put the brakes to Wilson.
I must say it's more fun to watch.
Well, at our point in life, you're right.
At my point of life, you're still young. At heart.
2nd and 8. Play action, and Green hustling in is Rusty Chambers. He's been the blitz man. Down goes Pastorini back at, well, about the 19-yard line. They'll mark it up a little further.
Look at it again.
Rusty Chambers, who came in wide open, takes him.
This is what Shula wanted, what he said at the very beginning of our telecast. Defense in the second half. And right there, he got it. Rusty Chambers, a superb one-on-one tackler, although in that case, he didn't have to be that. He had the open rush, as Frank described, and he had Pastorini nailed.
Houston's first, rather Miami's first sack of the night. They're 29th on the season. Ronnie Coleman comes in, like Goulash for Miami. He comes in on passing downs. Pastorini, Coleman on the screen. And Coleman with some of the yardage back, moving out around the 37, 38-yard line, tripped up by Norris Thomas. But that brings up 4th down in the punting unit for the Houston Oilers.
So Miami accomplished its purpose. Houston has to give up the football. I must tell you, Mo Towns made a great block on that play that enabled Pastorini to get the ball off and the receiver to get what yardage he did.
Cepalo standing at his 33-yard line. Parsley not noted for long kicks, although he's kicked well tonight. And he gets takes Cefalo all the way back to the 15-yard line. Flag goes down. Cefalo goes down at the 22. That was a 57-yard punt by a man who's been averaging a little over 37 yards for the season. Clipping is called against Miami. Well, they step it off. We'll tell you, our telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the National Football League is prohibited.
Personal foul. Clipping, number 57 on the run back. First down.
Sean Clancy on the special teams.
So Griese's in the hole once again. Let's see if he can pull it off again. Miami had the defense to limit Houston to one series of downs. Let's see what Houston can do to stop this man, number 12.
All tied at 21 with just a few seconds remaining in the third quarter. Del Williams. Ted Washington is there, but he gets away from Washington. And he does not get away from Stemrick. Stemrick drives him out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's the way with 8 seconds left in the quarter. They began the last drive. They had begun it at the 11. I had earlier said the 12. The officials amended it to the 11. Driven back to the 4, and then Griese got them out of it with the help of a brilliant run by number 24, Delvin Williams. Let's see if they can repeat.
5-yard loss. Second down, 15. Williams on the night, 78 yards. Earl Campbell of Houston, 73 yards. Leroy Harris, and Harris has the first down. A simple, quick trap maneuver, and Harris rolls out to the 23-yard line. Miami is out of trouble. That's the end of the third quarter. The score of the Dolphins 21, the Oilers 21. We'll return for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Frank Reynolds in Washington. 30 years of distinguished reporting. Fast becoming the most watchable news on television. ABC's World News Tonight.
Weeknight on ABC. Of all the spices and seasonings man has discovered, the original remains one of the best. Smoked from an open fire. Get that rich, smoky outdoor taste indoors with the Jen Air grill range. Smoke is pulled over meat, then into Jen Air's powerful ventilating system and vented away, all without a hood. Taste one of the world's great flavors. Cook with Jen Air.
And ask about the free Bal Harbor cookware offer now at participating Jen Air dealers.
At this level, it's easy to become an expert on shoe styles. You know what I see a lot of? German. Take those. Look European, they're German. Those boots and slip-ons, both German. And these, too. Now, that looks comfortable, doesn't it? And they're not that expensive, either. Anna, when it comes to style, I'd say German's got a style to fit everybody. Well, just about everybody. Hello there. How are you? You need a cab? Taxi!
I'm Jan Carson, Eyewitness News. A massive search is underway tonight in Guyana for an estimated 600 to 800 survivors of a mass murder and suicide. We'll have complete details on Eyewitness News following the ball game.
We begin the fourth quarter of a well-played football game. That, of course, an understatement. Two of the top teams in the NFL. And we've been anticipating this for a long time. Once we saw Houston against Pittsburgh, we saw Miami after Griese came back. And as a matter of fact, his replacement, Don Struck, during the period that he was suffering a knee injury, he kept Miami right in it. He won 6 games that he played. Now Griese on a 1st and 10, fires a man who's wide open. And it is once again Dorial Harris. Griese, sharp as attack tonight.
Frank, I don't know how this game is going to turn out. Neither do you. Neither does anybody viewing. But But if Bob Griese isn't as perfect a quarterback as I have ever seen tonight, I don't know who would be. Once again, he got them out of the hole. He called that simple trap. Houston wasn't looking for it. It was exactly the right call. Harris burst up, got them out of the hole. Immediately, he goes to the pass.
The first down, just short of the 40-yard line. Del Williams, Larry Little is out in front. Del Williams turns the corner, but driven out of bounds by Ted Washington. Well, good play by Kiner to strip the interference.
Exactly so. Kiner made that play possible. Washington trailed him and ran Williams out of bounds.
Loss of a yard. Second down, 11. Puts Nat Moore right, Dorial Harris left. This is the down that Houston likes to send those linebackers. Goes on a quick count. Oh, in the direction of Del Williams, who was upended by a hard-charging Robert Brazil, and Williams continues to be prostrate at the 40. Now he jumps up.
And maybe the first time tonight, Griese did something on impulse rather than on cool rationale. He unloaded the football. He couldn't find his intended receiver. And finally, a delayed rush got to him, and he got rid of the football. It's his first incomplete after 8 straight. Look at that traffic.
Third down, 11. 39-yard line. Nat Moore, as Gary Davis remains a single setback. Firing over the middle to Tillman. He has the first down. And Tillman all the way down to the 46-yard line for another Miami first down. And the surgeon continues to work.
Again, Griese comes through. But on this play, watch Tillman, who knows exactly what the first down yardage is. Right there. He had the first down. He picked up extra yardage, but he knew exactly where he was and where he had to be. A professional play.
Tillman with his best year thus far. Last year, 17 receptions. He came into tonight with 24 receptions. About a couple tonight, so he's up to 26. Miami with a lot of weapons. Whoops. Larry Little.
Wait a minute.
The man who really paid for it was Jim Langer, who got just thoroughly popped by Curly Culp. Little apparently did not get the count of the huddle properly. He exploded, and Curly Culp exploded into Langer.
So it's first and 15.
Procedure call marked off against Miami.
That was Larry Little, of course, whom you just saw.
First down, 15.
How can a man be so good so many years, Frank, as Larry Little?
He has been real solid. All goes back to when he came up, really, at San Diego back in '67. Leroy Harris squeezes out 2 or 3 yards, gets back into Houston territory at the 49, but it's going to be second down, 13. Steve Kiner, Greg Bingham. Bingham, by the way, who started his 82nd consecutive game for Houston tonight.
Frequently, you'll see Griese, he didn't do it this time, between downs, take the helmet off, get the glasses clean.
Boulash comes in.
Big boot.
Griese, of course, will be looking for the blitz. Second and long. Past 2 or 3 situations. Houston, however, has not come with the blitz. This time they do. Griese holds it, gets protection, and fires for Nat Moore. He does not hold on. Good pickup by Miami. Washington came rushing in on the blitz for Houston.
There's the helmet off, as I suggested a moment ago. Wiping off the brow, the glasses. Now watch the try by Nat Moore. Great try. Ball a little short.
Third down. Long 13. The ball right at the 49-yard line of the Houston Oilers.
All night long, Griese's been getting them out of this kind of problem. Can he do it now?
Dorial Harris goes to the left. Out to the right is Cephalo. Dorial Harris had it and lost it for a first down at the 25. It'll be fourth down.
You can't hang it on Griese. Dorial Harris is hurt. Dorial Harris is hurt. It was a perfectly thrown ball. Miami will have to give up possession, but right now the key question is the injury to Dorial Harris. Watch the play.
The ball was just behind him, Howard, and he had his body completely off balance. Look at him turn back there.
You're right. Exactly right,
He was
Frank.
hit in the back of the head.
Hit.
Bob Griese, of course,
he got it too.
Quite a shot as he delivered the ball.
Bethea hit Griese and really hit him.
But the concern has to be for Dorial Harris.
That's the key
down at
right
the 25-yard line.
You're right. He threw behind him. Ordinarily, Dorial would have caught it, but he got a shot from behind. Legitimate shot. There's Bob. Miami will have to turn it over, but they're in Houston territory. And a good kick will pin Houston back, and they'll have to begin, as Miami has had to do the last 2 times around, from deep within their own territory.
Everything seems to have checked out. Dorial says, I'm all right. Up he goes. He took a wicked shot at the back of the head, and this youngster has been having a whale of a year. He's being assisted off the field. Came in tonight with a couple of touchdowns, but what he has really done has been to take up the slack when Nat Moore has been double covered. Don Shula, of course, is always concerned with the condition of his ball players. Harris appears to be all right. Comes off under his own power as George Roberts comes on to punt for Miami. Guido Merkins deep for Houston back at the 10-yard line. Looking for the corner. Oh, and is he hit a beauty?
What a kick!
Right at the 3-yard line. George Roberts with a tremendous kick. 46 yards, and he puts it out at the 3.
Now the day is done, you're on your own, feeling easy, heading home. Make it Buick. After all, life is to enjoy.
The new 1979 Buick Electra Park Avenue. The luxury, the prestige, the pleasure of driving one make all your hard work worth it. Electra Park Avenue.
After all, life is to enjoy.
There's really nothing quite like a Buick.
Okay, Linda here's got to protect her family.
A woman?
Sure, a woman needs life insurance just as much as a man does. And this New York Life Defense has just the insurance plan to do it. Put the blitz on Linda's money problems. Block out her retirement worries. Come on, Linda, it's all yours now. Got a deal!
I've got it. Financial security.
Where the name of the game is life, there's New York Life.
Saturday, 12:30 Eastern, a Rose Bowl shootout. Michigan battles Ohio State. Then at 4, number 3, USC tackles Cotton Bowl bound Notre Dame. NCAA excitement Saturday.
Dorial Harris being treated on the sidelines. He appears to be okay. Took a wicked shot. Was on the field for several minutes. But now he appears to be okay on the Miami bench. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Houston in deep trouble. Their own 3-yard line. Great kick by George Roberts. 12:25 remaining in the football game. It's tied at 21. That is regulation play. Pastorini from the end zone, safety. Oh! A.J. Dewey. And A.J. Dewey seems to have hurt his shoulder in pulling off the safety. And that is a dangerous maneuver. It's something that teams know that Pastorini has done in the past. Dewey has hurt his shoulder.
It looks like the shoulder quite clearly. A great play by Dewey. A tremendous turn of events in this football game. There's Dewey.
Fell right twisted under his body. But the 2 points go up on the scoreboard. The Dolphins have the lead again.
The Defensive Rookie of the Year a year ago, as Frank mentioned, in the Hall of Fame game this year, suffered a knee injury, had surgery, came back from it with the same skills that he showed a year ago. Baumhauer, the other great rookie of a year ago, had similar surgery. He came back from it. These people at Miami, somehow under Shula, always seem to mesh. But it was Roberts' punt that set that up.
Indeed it was, and the safety by this man, A.J. Dewey. And of course, following the safety, a team gets to kick. They can either punt or have the ball held and place kick it from the 20-yard line. Deep, Gary Davis, number 27, and Duriel Harris, number 82. So Duriel Harris, obviously all right. Parsley hits it, and it's Duriel Harris. And Duriel Harris into Houston territory at the 45-yard line. J.C. Wilson made the stop in Miami with a couple of big breaks, and one of them hit it right on the head. Parsley kicked that ball 46 yards, put it out on the 3, and right now A.J. Dewey is headed for the Miami Dolphin locker room.
One can only hope it's not a shoulder separation, which is terribly painful, and of course would sideline him for weeks. Now let's look at...
There he is.
Let's look at the punter again.
Tell you what, they've had a lot of trouble. George Roberts replaced Larry Seifel when he was hurt. Mike Michelle earlier had been hurt, so he just was a quick pickup, and he's done a great job for Miami. 1st and 10, Miami. Griese wants a big one. Duriel Harris is interfered with by Willie Alexander.
No question about that call either.
20-yard line.
Now Miami is striking, and this is what Shula wanted in the second half. The whole thing set up by Mr. Roberts. Here's Duriel Harris, and watch it.
You can't touch that receiver after 5 yards downfield. And while we're looking at the replay, we note downfield that Larry Little has come out of the game limping. He appears to have hurt his left leg.
But it was Willie Alexander who committed the infraction.
1st down, 40-yard line.
So Miami is in great field position. There's Larry Little, and we'll get a report on him as quickly as possible, and on A.J. Dewey too. But remember, Mr. Roberts, who looks nothing like Henry Fonda or John Forsythe, set this whole turn of events up.
Wally Pursuit is in, number 65. Miami already in trouble at their offensive line. This is Dell Williams. Good defensive play. Ted Washington got the first hand on Dell Williams. There's Larry, the leg being checked out, and what they're doing to see if there is any loosening of the ligaments, to stretch the leg out straight and then move it back and forth. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. Ron Bulash is in. No flag. Andre Tillman. Tillman corralled by Bill Courier. He gets 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4. The thinking man's quarterback.
He really is. And I was looking for Tillman right then. Look at those stats. 18 out of 27. 237 yards. Put on the rubber gloves and begin the operation. That's Mr. Griese.
23-21. The Dolphins over the Oilers. Dolphins battling to stay abreast of New England in their division of the AFC. On 3rd and 4. Matt Moore was open. He did not hold on. And Duriel Harris could not pick the ball up. He made a diving effort. Incomplete.
So Houston did what it had to do. Let's look at it again.
Out of the backfield. No, it'll come in and out of his hands, and Dorian Harris almost gets to it.
Nope.
So George Roberts comes in on 4th down and 4.
All the time in the world, as I said a week ago, from here to eternity. 11-11 left, and Houston gets the football. Let's see what Mr. Roberts can do this time.
There's Guido Merkins trying to guess with Roberts as to which side of the field he will kick the ball. And flag goes down. Time has expired. Of course, Miami trying to draw Houston off. It doesn't make much difference whether Roberts kicks from 5 yards further back. And this, of course, we see all the time in NFL play.
Preliminary report on A.J. Dewey. I thought we might hear him then, but we didn't. Strained shoulder. Well, that's better than separated by a long shot.
Roberts again. Guido Merkins now adjusts up to about the 12-yard line. Roberts this time pounds it into the end zone. And not much of a pickup on that because Houston will have the football after the touchback at their 20-yard line.
Sooner or later, they all come to me. Some of them regrettably before their time. If you want to keep your car from coming to me prematurely, look after it. Change the oil regularly and put in a Fram oil filter when you're supposed to. It could help keep your engine from coming to grief. The choice is yours. See me now or see me later.
Fram and Autolite are Bendix companies.
You gonna try and do that to me?
Yep. That's the pros, man. The only pleasure you have to look forward to is a dip of Skull.
We'll see. Have a dip?
I started with mild happy days, and I'll stay with it.
Smokeless is the only way to go.
Just a pinch between my cheek and gum gives me great tobacco taste without lighting up. And leaves my hands free.
You gotta catch me first.
Try roping him! With a little practice, these guys just might make it.
Dan Pastorini steps into the Houston Oilers huddle. He has 11 minutes and 4 seconds for pitch to work. He has a 1st and 10. The ball at his own 20-yard line. He is down by 2 points. The quick toss goes to Earl Campbell. And Earl Campbell just does his thing, moving out close to the 29-yard line. Give him 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Now we test Pastorini. All he has to do is hold himself together. He's got the maturity now. He's got the touch. He's got the runner in Campbell. Frank has emphasized that. Picks his stuff up. They've got the talent. The offensive line so vastly improved this year. They've got to move it.
Handoff. Tim Wilson. And Wilson close to the 1st down. He has it.
Larry Little, by the way, still on the bench, an ice pack on his knee. And they tell us it's just a bruise, which has to be good news for Don Shula.
Well, we watched that 45 lean into the huddle in. I haven't really noticed in looking at films or watching the Pittsburgh game what an effective part of this offensive team he is, blocking for Campbell. Campbell straight ahead, or rather Wilson straight ahead. It was 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Pastorini does keeping the defense honest.
Baumhauer and Bocamper stopping Tim Wilson on that play.
We have number 75, Doug Betters, in for A.J. Dewey. He, of course, the rookie from the University of Nevada at Reno, a 6th-round draft pick. He filled that spot early in the season when Dewey was recovering from knee surgery. This is Burrows. And Mr. Excitement, look at him.
Burrows can kill you on that play. He's done it again and again over the last 3 years. That was only his 2nd catch of the night. But you throw him that swing or a screen pass, and with his quick feet and his elusiveness, the momentary fumble, look at him find that hole.
Gets away from Gordon. Gets away from Den Herder. Thomas, 24-yard pickup on what should have been a 4 or 5-yard gain. 1st down, 44-yard line of the Dolphins. Clock ticking away. inside 9 minutes. Earl Campbell, right side. Campbell, the ball thrust forward. He pulls it back. He has another Houston first down.
They're chewing up yardage. They're inside the 40. They're to the 34. It's probably a first down. If not, it's inches away.
It's first down. Earl Campbell following again Tim Wilson. That is up to date. And Earl Campbell, of course, went over the 1,000-yard mark earlier. This crowd up on their feet with Houston at the 34-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. The Oilers trailing by 2 points. Campbell smothered at the line of scrimmage. Dan Herter was there. Bo Camper. It'll be second down and 10.
7:50 left in this game. Miami 23, Houston 21. The Oilers driving.
Rich Castor in at wide receiver, top of your screen. There he is. He'll get the screen. The same play that Burrows had a while ago on the other side. And Castor rolls for yardage down close to the 26-yard line before he's stopped by Steve Toll.
Remember what Bum Phillips told Frank? No, I don't show emotion on the sidelines. I don't want to undo my own men. But inside, I'm chewing myself apart. Bum Phillips, so much smarter than so many people think. That's no cowhand. That man, he's a football coach.
Big play for Houston. And it's not a cliche at this point. Third down, 2.5 to 3 yards. Earl Campbell, single setback. Gets the call. And he's been making big plays his entire career. First down, Houston. Look at this crowd.
They speak for themselves. They've been that way all night.
Campbell is just wearing down the Miami defense. He's getting good blocking, but when he meets a tackler, he just carries him with him. And it starts to take its toll in the fourth quarter. He just punishes you. On first down, it is Wilson. Pastorini mixing up his big backs. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
Shula, impassive, but worried. 5:50 left in the game. And Houston driving. Even a field goal would put them ahead. They trailed by the margin of a safety.
2nd and 5. The ball resting just inside the 15. Ken Burr to the right. And Pastorini switching up. He gives it to Wilson once again. Short of the first down, down at the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2. Seconds ticking off. Burrow goes out of the game. And we get the extra blocking man. It's a guard. John Schumacher, a rookie from USC. He lines up, has to report to the officials because he wears number 62. He lines up at tight end. Campbell to the outside.
Goodbye!
Oh, is he putting on a show tonight?
So they stand as one. And the sign showed quickly, look out, America, here comes Houston. America's fastest growing city. And right now, in this arena, America's football team.
Seesawed back and forth all night. The Oilers out in front again. Let's look at it again. A quick toss. He has that amazing speed for a big man. Superb blocking in front of it. A great defensive football team. And now they have come up with a superb offense. Tony Frisch. The Oilers.
There he is.
28-23. This man, the spark plug, will be back in a wild Astrodome right after this message.
With a Kodak Color Burst Instant Camera, you get color in minutes. Color by Kodak.
Let me see.
That's downright irresistible.
Let me see, let me see.
Which makes Kodak Color Burst Instant Cameras among the more irresistible of Christmas presents.
The new Buick Riviera S-Type. There is nothing else quite like it in the world. It has the traction of front-wheel drive. It is turbocharged. It is supported independently at all four wheels, and it has almost every power assist available standard. The new Buick Riviera S-Type. At least once in your life, you should own a car this incredible.
4 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock, and Houston has once again regained the lead. They lead 28-23. And this man, who played his college football, of course, at the University of Texas, is still inspiring these fans. Look at them.
It's an amazing crowd. And the thing about Campbell, he's like O.J. Simpson. He plays great, and he congratulates his team. You like to see that.
Tony Frisch hits the ball for Houston. Duriel Harris takes it at the 10. And Harris warmed under at the 26-yard line. Let's look at it again. Schumacher, a guard, was in at tight end. The quick toss to that side with a good block out in front. Campbell then just turns on amazing speed for a man his size. Bolts into the end zone. Houston back out front. All right. Miami knows what they must do. They have 4 minutes, 37 seconds with which to work. They begin at their 26-yard line. Griese, one of the coolest and one of the best in the business, looks it over. Hands off to Leroy Harris. Harris runs into Washington out at the 30-yard line.
Try to trap
the 27-yard line.
Try to trap inside. Again, no panic. 4:24 left and counting down. Plenty of time left, as Frank said, for an artist like number 12. But now under just unbearable pressure because he's facing an aroused and exceptional football team.
Now listen to the fans. Defense, defense. Leroy got a couple of yards. It's second down and 8. Has the time. Has the receiver, Duriel Harris. Harris tries to get free from Willie Alexander, but he goes down in Oiler territory at the 42, and Griese brings them roaring back again.
He's amazing. A great play. Griese really paid for it.
Look at this. Right side. There it is. He unloaded on Griese just as Bob turned it loose.
Had Duriel been able to break this tackle, the lead would have changed hands again. A great tackle by Willie Alexander. There's the rush. Now watch 65. Elvin Bethea. Oh.
Griese 19 of 28, 267 yards. Clock ticking away. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the game. 28-23, the Oilers over the Dolphins. Going for Tillman. And it's deflected into the arms of Steve Kiner.
That should do it. Flag down, but that should do it.
Mike Reinfeldt, who has been hitting Dolphins all over the field tonight.
A great game
with Andre Tillman.
He's had a great game. He's hurt.
Into the arms of Steve Kiner. And Houston has the turnover, a personal foul being assessed against them, but they have the football. A clipping call against Houston after the interception. But they have what they want, and that is the football. Let's look again. Bob just hung it up there a little too long. Weinfeld got to Tillman. There's Connor with the ball. There's the clip. But Connor holds on, and Houston will have the football first and 10 at their 7-yard line.
Now they got to hold on to it. They can't make a mistake. They can't have a turnover. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. You pro football fans know how long that can be. Deep in their own territory. On the 7.
3:05. Each team has... The Oilers have 2 timeouts. The Dolphins have 3. Tim Wilson, you saw him cover the football because he knows the Dolphins will be trying to draw it loose. The hands will be groping in there. He gets 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Pastorini, been around for 8 years. He'll use every second on that clock, which you can see at either end zone, counting down from 30. Miami with 3 timeouts will probably stop it before the 2-minute warning. To utilize that as another break in the clock. Campbell goes down out at the 14-yard line, short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Knowing that Pastorini...
Timeout Miami.
Knowing that Pastorini will use the run, and what a game he's played. Miami closes down. What a game. We'll be right back.
In ancient times, people worshipped winged gods, symbols of freedom and strength. But today, every man has wings to fly to Persepolis and other legendary lands of the Middle East, or anywhere else in the world, on a Boeing 747. The world's favorite way to fly.
You know, for too long now, bowlers have been left out of light beer commercials, and football players have been grabbing all the glory. But bowlers know light beer from Miller tastes great. We know light's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer. We know light's less filling. Bowlers love light just as much as football players. That's right. And we also love the easy opening can.
You sure do. Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Well, we know you're enjoying this one tonight. Watching Earl Campbell and the Houston Oilers battle the Miami Dolphins. Key play now for Houston. They have the ball, 3rd down. Just about 2.5 yards to go for the first. The ball at their own 14-yard line.
Watch number 34. 34.
John Schumacher is in there again. He is the guard that turns into a tight end. Hard to believe that it would be anyone else but Campbell.
There it is.
First down, Houston. Earl Campbell had 944 yards coming into tonight. He has gained 117 tonight. He's at 1,061 yards. There's the 2-minute warning. Houston now in great shape. They lead 28-23. We'll be right back.
Solidness and friendliness. You like the likes of Opal. Nimbleness and spaciousness. You like the likes of Opal.
There are lots of things to like about our trusty little Opal, like tender, loving workmanship. So if you're looking for a great Japanese car, look for a great American name.
You like the likes, the sheer delights. You like the likes of Opal.
Welcome to our people-pleasing places.
Mr. Carlin, your briefcase.
We are people-pleasing places.
Holiday Inn hotels are #1 in the world with the best standards.
Everything all right, sir?
Everything's just fine. People-pleasing standards to help make your trip successful.
Wherever you go in this whole big traveling world,
We want to make you comfortable.
Holiday Inn is #1 in people-pleasing.
We're going to pause quickly. 5 seconds till our stations all along the line. Let you know who's bringing you this football game.
13 in Houston, KTRK TV.
the situation. 2 minutes remain to play. The Oilers have a 28-23 lead. They have a first down. The ball at their own 18-yard line. Miami can stop the clock 2 more times with timeouts. It boils down to, well, let's hang on to the football. Don Shula, who's been here before, unruffled. He knows there's tomorrow. He knows he has a class football team. And they have met another one tonight. Campbell. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Moves forward. A yard and a half. It'll be second down and 8.
Tonight is Earl Campbell's 6th 100-yard game of the season. His lowest game all season, 71 yards. And that's not bad. We have had 45 first downs. You can't walk on oil. That's what the sign says. Over 700 yards gained by both teams on offense. Just a great game.
On second and 8. Campbell just outruns everyone to the right. And look out.
He's gone.
He may take it all the way. Puts his head down. 80-yard touchdown. This is over. What a show this man has put on tonight. All right. Ran around the block of Wilson. Turned on that speed, but down the sidelines. Forget it.
What you've seen tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a truly great football player. In the late moments, take total personal command of a game. And you have seen the Houston Oilers on national television establish that they are an exceptional football team. They're beating a great team tonight. Watch it again.
Look at him go around that block.
See that block and that block, and that was all he needed.
And Toll had no chance. He knew he couldn't catch him. And no way that
Curtis Johnson tried to track him down and couldn't.
And it's officially 81 yards.
An extraordinary personal performance, an extraordinary team performance. The Houston Oilers, an underpublicized team, an underrated team. Look at those statistics. 199 yards, 28 rushes, 4 touchdowns. What a football play. What a game. And our congratulations to an exceptional Houston football team.
Tony Fritz for the conversion. And with 1:11 on the clock, the Houston Oilers have increased their lead over the Dolphins, 35-23. Next week, it will be Cincinnati for Houston as we look once again. And it's just hard to conceive that somebody this large could be that quick and then have a sustained speed that he has.
And in there, another fine block by Tim Wilson to give Earl the initial freedom to execute that run. And these people, maybe sports is out of perspective, but for this night at least, what an escape for all of these people. What an entertainment.
80 yards. Sid Blanks has the Houston record of 91 yards set years ago. The record for the Houston Oilers for yardage in one game, Billy Cannon, 216 yards. But this man, what a show he's put on tonight. And he has moved into the lead of the National Football League, passing his adversary tonight, Del Williams. Fritz hits it. It'll be Gary Davis. Bobbles the ball. Picks it up. And out to the 24-yard line. 1 minute and 6 seconds remain for the Miami Dolphins. They have 2 timeouts.
I have to look back to Frank's interview with Bunk Phillips, the man who wears the expensive cowboy boots. And the crowd roars as the PA announcer tells them about Earl Campbell's statistics and how he passed Delvin Williams. And he sits there, quiet and composed, well within himself. A team player. They're in the new standings, 13 yards ahead of the great Miami run. And more than that, ahead of Walter Payton and Tony Dorsett.
Bob Griese, it's not out of the realm of possibility. He has to quickly and then get an onside kick. He goes with the screen. Here's Norm Bulash. And Bulash, who played his college football at TCU, gets out to the 47-yard line.
There is Bum Phillips. There's the man who deserves so much credit. A reporter asked me recently, what do you think of Bum Phillips? Not much, huh? I said, so much smarter than people think or have been led to believe, and he is.
Griese on to Gary Davis. And Davis lunges forward to the first down as Griese goes down quickly. Miami stops the clock. They now have one timeout. And Bob Griese holds it and pays for it. He had to wait until Gary Davis uncovered coming out of the backfield. You saw him circling to the left. And there he is, pounded to the turf. The agony of defeat. Tell you, the executive producer of ABC Sports is Bruce Arledge. ABC's NFL Monday Night Football is produced by Dennis Lewin, directed by Chet Forty. Our technical director Bill Morris, associate director Bob Reiner, technical manager Coach Coltrane, unit manager Bob Crivelli. Stats and research by Derek Klein, our spotter Steve Bazika, booth assistant Bob Rosberg. 27 seconds remaining in the game. Oilers 35, the Dolphins 23. Miami has one timeout. And not a bad night for Bob Griese. 300-yard game.
I'd just like to say that for years, that's what the standings will look like after this game is over. For years, the NFL has had the best propaganda machine in American sports, and a lot of it has been just that. That's what the standings will look like in the Central Division, just propaganda. But tonight's game lived up to all of the propaganda. And both teams are to be congratulated, both of them.
What a weird set. I've never seen that. Not too effective. Griese goes down. Houston turns it loose. They're, of course, totally disregarding run.
Ken Kennard, 71, in there on Griese, whom you have to have total respect off his performance tonight. Griese and Kennard, tough, in there, having a great game tonight. Look at it again.
Andy Doris on top, Kennard right there. They'll start the clock. The receivers are back and ticking away inside 20 seconds. Griese conserving his final timeout. Hangs it up, hoping for a deflection. And he gets the completion down at the 11-yard line. Complete, and it was taken down there by Bo Rather, recently acquired, but the clock now stopped with 5 seconds.
Interesting that Bo Rather, number 85, caught that football a number of years back. I spent a week at Biscayne College with the Dolphins in training camp doing a series of specials on them. Bo Rather. Now, Bo Rather at that point in time had been the Dolphins' 4th-round draft choice, and he was a good-looking athlete. But that was when Miami was the Super Bowl champions, and they had no room for Rather. They had too many other receivers, so they let him go, and he went to the Chicago Bears. Now he's back with them because Shula remembered him. And there's no quit in either of those men. They can't win this game, they know it, but there's no quit in them. As Campbell smiles understandably, joyfully. What a performance by him.
How we look at Earl Campbell, we'll tell you the next week Houston is home for Cincinnati, then they play Pittsburgh right here, then they have New Orleans in the Superdome, and they close here with San Diego. 3 of their final games to be played, 3 of their 4 final games to be played indoors, so to speak. Miami will be home for the Jets next week, then they will travel to Washington, home for Oakland, and then we'll see them against New England December the 18th.
Houston is keeping the pressure on Pittsburgh, Frank, which snaked by Cincinnati by 1 point yesterday, and we've got Pittsburgh against the 49ers, who yesterday scared the Rams to death and who are beginning to play football. So next Monday's game becomes an excitement of its own.
Could be the final play of just a super football game. In the end zone to Jimmy Cephalo, touchdown, and the clock has run out. So Bob Griese has had himself quite a night. No time remaining on the scoreboard clock.
But what professionalism to the very end, respecting their own pride.
We'll have the conversion, if you might be wondering why. Well, it could quite possibly down the line in a bit tiebreakers and playoffs. It could play a role.
When you see a team do what Miami just did, and you look at that man Shula and that man Griese, you understand the word professional. Because they've got their pride and their self-respect, and they've just proved it. They are what sports are supposed to be about.
The Premier. Game is over. Oilers win at 35-29 over 31. Once again, the final score, Houston 35, Miami 30. And be sure to join us this Thanksgiving weekend for exciting football action. Coverage begins Friday at 1 Eastern Time with ABC's NCAA College Football. Pittsburgh goes against number 1 ranked Penn State. Saturday, a national doubleheader at 12:30 Eastern Time. 6th ranked Michigan against 14th ranked Ohio State in the battle for the Rose Bowl bid to meet USC. Followed at 4 Eastern Time by 8th ranked Notre Dame versus 3rd ranked USC. Then on Monday, ABC's NFL Monday Night Football at 9 Eastern Time. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the San Francisco 49ers. Top NCAA and NFL football action this Thanksgiving weekend over most of these ABC stations. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United built the largest airline in the free world around you. Houston 35, Miami 30. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as a leader in sports television.